Hello everybody and welcome back to Coding Every Day. Today we're going to be doing another small little project. We're going to be doing it in Java instead of C today. We're going to be doing the classic Fizz problem. If you've ever been in a programming class or done any programming, you've probably heard of this problem. But we're going to change it up a little bit so it's not the same multiples and the same total. We're going to have those come in as command line arguments. So in Java, the first thing that you always have to do is create the class that is named after the file. So since this is called FizzBuzz, I'll create a class called FizzBuzz. And then this is just going to be a one class program. So we're going to have static public main method, the main method, so that it'll run from here. And this takes in string args, an array of strings for the command line arguments when we use them. Alright, and then the first thing that we're going to need in our class, we're going to need 3 ints to store our variables. So we're going to have an int first mult, we'll call it. We'll have an int second mult. We could have these unsigned because they're never going to be negative, but we'll just leave them as ints right now. And the int total, the total that we're going up to for printing out the FizzBuzz. So then the next thing we're going to need is a constructor for this class that sets these variables. We could do just getters and setters, but we're only going to need to set them once. So let's just create a constructor. So it'll take in an int, we'll just call this first, int second, and int total. Let's just call that total, so we don't have to do this keyword. So then we can do first mult equals first, second mult equals second, and total equals tot. Alright, so our constructor is all set up. Now we're going to have one other method in this class. It's just going to be a public method that prints out the FizzBuzz value. So we're going to call it public. It's going to return nothing. It's going to be void, and it's going to be print FizzBuzz. Oh, those should be curly braces. There we go. And oh, no, our error is gone. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is get the command line arguments. So in Java, command line args come in as a string. So if I go ahead and open up a terminal and cd to where this is, if I can remember, FizzBuzz / Java. All right. So if I list what's in here, I have my FizzBuzz Java class. So when we're going to run this program, it'll be Java FizzBuzz, and then whatever after this. So all this stuff I'm typing after is going to be one command line argument. Each command line argument is separated by a space. So this will be 1, all this stuff will be 1, this stuff will be 1, and so on. So what we need to do is take in, what we're going to want our program to do is take in like 3 ints, let's say like 3, 5, and 100. Those are the default values usually for FizzBuzz. So this one will be the first multiple, this will be the second multiple, and this will be the total that we want to go up to. So the way to do that is to be able to get, so the way that we're going to do this is we're going to have a FizzBuzz instance, this class right here, and we're going to call it, just call Fizz, and we're not going to even instantiate it yet, but what we're going to do is have an if statement. So if the args.length, so if the length of the array is not equal to 3, because we want 1, 2, 3 items in the array, right? So if it's not equal to 3, we'll, let's say, print usage of how the program should be used. So then else we can say fizz equals new FizzBuzz class, and then our constructor takes in 3 ints. And the way to get ints from strings in Java is, one of the easy ways is just to do integer.parse int. And you give this a string, it'll return an int for you. So we'll do args of 0. And since we know that the length is going to be 3, we can just hard code these numbers and we don't need to check if it's in the array bounds or anything. So we can just do args 1, and then we can do args of 2. And let's just space this out and make it look nice. There we go. So now we have a new instance of the Fizz class, and then all we'll need to do is call fizz.print FizzBuzz, and it should print out what we need. So now we need to work on the print FizzBuzz. So the way we're going to do this is we have to figure out if the number that we're currently on, so let's do a loop. So for int I equals 0, I will be the number that we're currently on. Let's start it at 1, because FizzBuzz starts at 1. And if I is less than total, then increment I. So as long as I is less than total, we'll be going up to it. Oh, I should say less than or equal to. because we want to go up to that total number of 100 or whatever it is. So the way that we check if something's divisible by something else is the modulus operator. So if, let's say, I mod 10 equals 0, then that means there's no remainder. So the modulus operator gets you the remainder of this division. So if it's 0, that means it is divisible by that number. So what we can do is say if I mod, and so FizzBuzz, it prints out FizzBuzz if it's divisible by both the numbers. So if it's divisible by both the numbers, then it's divisible by the product of both the numbers. So we can do second molt. So if I mod first molt times second molt equals 0, whoa, what did I just do? Then we should print out something, right? So we'll do like system.out.print line, and this will just be FizzBuzz, because that's the case where it'll print out both of them. Another way we could do this, if we want to do one less if statement, is just keep a string and then add to the string. But this is a little bit of a simpler way. So let's go ahead and just do an else if now. So if I mod just first molt this time equals 0, then I can just copy this line, so I don't have to type out the whole system.out.print. This will just print out fizz. And then one more else if I mod second molt, just the second molt, is 0, not 9, 0, then we'll print out buzz. So we'll copy that there and put buzz. And then else, the last else, if it's not divisible by any of these things, then we're just going to print out the number. So we'll do system.out.print line, and we'll just say I. Alright, so this should be printing out FizzBuzz now, and it should be working. We just have to add in our print usage, so we'll just do system.out.print line, and we'll just say usage. We'll give the whole thing that you should do, so Java FizzBuzz, and then we'll do these in brackets, so first, second, and total. Semicolon there, and I think we're good to go. So now if we come back over here, and I have this thing that auto compiles and checks it for errors, so I think we should just be able to run Java FizzBuzz. Let's do 4, 6, and 200. There you go. So it went all the way up to 200, as you can see here, 199. This would be 200, but it printed out fizz because it's divisible by 4. And then up here 4 and then 6, and then the first multiple of 4 and 6 is 24, and that's divisible by both 4 and 6, so it prints out FizzBuzz. So it looks like we have a working program. The only thing that doesn't work correctly is if we put some of this, it'll throw an exception. I didn't even do 3. So let's say we have some letters and then some numbers after it. It'll throw a number format exception because we tried to get an integer from the string ADS, which does not work correctly. We could fix that, but we're just going to leave it. These projects are going to be short and simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.